Sort of, yeah. That's good. I can't do it.
Do it the other way.
Focus!
Counter.
You can't do it with this one.
Do we get gold?
And where down we go, where down we go.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Benji and Anthony here, and welcome to the bar for our feature review of
Logan. It just came out this weekend. It's directed by James Mangold, and it is 93% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah, Marvel series had to end Logan in some way, so this is the ending to the trilogy, as they said. So you know what, guys? Let's get into it.
I hurt myself today.
So this will be a non-spoiler review for Logan. We don't want to spoil anything, like always. Also, we did do a video right here down below on what we thought should be on the movie. Sorry, it was a little bit long, but we kind of wanted to speak about everything that we've seen with Marvel and what we wanted for this one. And to be honest, personally, I think I actually got what I wanted out of it.
Right.
So Logan, of course, is played by Hugh Jackman, X-24 if you want to call him, because there is a version of him there, is about kind of the ending of X-Men overall. If you read the comics, actually, if you've just been going along with the movies, you know for a fact that the movie, they end at one point. X-Men dies off, and it's just because of the way the world is working.
Right. It's the year 2029.
Yeah, and it's something to where they want to... I guess they've always wanted to kill the X-Men from the beginning because they were mutants. There were people that weren't like them. Kind of like a racial thing. If you really look into the way the comic books are written, it's kind of like having that racial stereotype.
Just anyone that's been an outsider, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Like, it's not really a racism thing. Sorry about that. But it's more of, like an outsider just don't belong. And that's what X-Men were about. It was about, smart... talented human beings that were just genetically different. And again, Hugh Jackman just did a good job. He is the Wolverine, like we've said before. Seeing old Logan in this one was really heartwarming, in my opinion. He looked different. He looked really good, and he gave us that grittier side of it because this movie is rated R. Just a heads up on that. It is a rated R movie,
and man, does it earn its credit, right?
It does. It's something to where it gives you that side of comic books and reality kind of thing, like from what I've read in the director.
And let me stop you right there. Do you think that that's a good thing ever to do, is to put reality and comic books into one thing?
Yes and no. In certain ones it works, you know what I'm saying? Like in movies like Spider-Man, right? Like, well, we're going a little bit off topic, but in Spider-Man, you don't want to make that rated R. You want to keep that kid friendly for everybody.
Iron Man too, right?
Iron Man as well. Captain America even, because even him, watch your language kind of thing. You want to make it a PG-13 movie. But movies like this, where it's like Wolverine, Deadpool, Punisher, if you want to go into DC, Deathstroke, stuff like that. People that actually murder other people, right. You need that. It's reality. People die. X-Men die. Marvel characters die. Superheroes die. None of them live forever. Superman dies. That's the thing. And I love that about this film. Bringing some form of reality to this world. Because not only are the X-Men dying, the whole world is kind of like in this rut.
It's disgusting. This is one of those movies where you want to go home and take a shower after. I hate post-apocalyptic movies. And let's also talk about that Charles Xavier dies too. We all, like you said, everyone is dying. It's the future. Actually, all mutants are pretty much gone at this point, right?
Yeah, pretty much. Like, there's not really any more mutants in there. Charles Xavier, played by Patrick Stewart, is just amazing. He is Perfection. Charles Xavier. But then again, the one from I forget his name from Future Past.
Oh God. The guy who just came out in Split, right?
Yes, him. Sorry about we forgot his name. But he's also an amazing Xavier. But, Patrick Stewart just does a great job in this movie. And if you've seen the trailers, you know that he cusses. And it shows you that other side of him as well. Yeah. Because he is a human. Sometimes he does get upset. Sometimes he gets mad. But it's sad to see him in such an old state. Like,
yes,
you see him.
It's heartbreaking. This movie is there's a lot of heartbreak in this movie. Let's talk about the little girl, Laura, played by Dafne Keen.
Oh, I loved her. She was so good in this film. And I know we talked about it earlier, you have some gripes with her, but I just feel like she made this film for me. Like, it's something to where, if you don't know what X-23 is or Laura is, she is Logan's...
Well, let's talk about the thing.
You know what? I don't
want
to spoil anything. So I won't say who she is, just because I don't want to spoil anything, just in case you haven't seen the movie.
Okay. But
she is part of his life. Like, she is part of this life. She is part of the story.
There is a connection.
Yeah. And if you've seen the trailers, the action scenes, the grittier side of it, Like something I won't spoil, but go ahead.
Yeah, I was not prepared at how the like level of
Yes.
hardcore this movie is.
And that's the thing. Like you have this little girl cutting people's heads off, stabbing other people, and it's real life. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
these people are evil. These people want to do things, to these kids and to him and to Xavier and to all of these people. And the way they take care of them is pretty hardcore. So be prepared for that. Be prepared for blood, gore, things that you usually don't see. Like little kids, like you don't see that in a lot of movies. And I love that about this film, that they didn't have a boundary like that.
Well, see, you liked it, and I kind of had a problem with it.
Why?
I had a problem because I don't like my comic world to be mixed with my real world. I kind of like want to go into and just see like awesome magical adventures or whatever, and not be reminded that, you know what, there's cancer, there's illness, there's death. But before I finish, it works in this movie.
Okay.
It was needed for this movie, and what a great way to end this trilogy of X-Men. I told you I didn't want to see this movie because I don't want to see him die.
Yeah, exactly. Like you don't want to see what the ending is for this.
Yeah.
And if you read the comics, if you read everything, you know what happens. It's bound to be just the way they kind of explain the trailer. You know what happens, so that's something you just got to be ready for.
And it's been spoiled left and right all over social media too. So.
Yeah. One thing I can't forget about this movie, going into it, is the villains, the protagonists, the people that kind of come in. It's Xander Rice and Donald Pierce.
Mm-hmm.
Xander Rice played by Richard E. Grant, and then Donald Pierce by Boyd Holbrook. Sorry.
And they're part of Transigen, right? Which is like some sort of like mutant
so it's
experiment.
Kind of, but then like Donald Price was actually a cyborg. So I don't know if you know that, but a lot of them are cyborgs. And Xander Rice was the son, wasn't he? Stryker's son? It was Stryker.
Better at comics than me.
It's kind of hard because they didn't really go into detail. Like it's not even something I'm going to spoil for you guys because they really don't. I think every superhero movie does that.
And that's the flaw that you have with this movie, right?
That's the flaw with all of the movies, that it's you don't give me these
worthy adversaries.
They don't give me these worthy ones. And the problem with that is like from what I read before, Sinister was supposed to be the main one because he's part of Transigen. And Sinister's a very big part of X-Men and Deadpool and all of them. And it sucks that they removed him because they wanted to go with something else. And I think there was a conflict between Deadpool and this and Fox. Let's just say that. And that's the problem with me. You really lose yourself from a perfect film from that. You really lose that. And that's the issue, that you really don't get this meaningful, you lose the meaningful part of it, which is like you need someone to always be a counterpart. And when you don't really go into detail, you lose that. And it sucks. It really sucks because this movie to me could have been perfect. It could have been one of the better ones. It could have been Deadpool in my opinion. But because of that, it really hurt that they do their sins like always and never go in full blown and put everything into it.
It probably was in the beginning, but then it gets cut off by the executives, right? It's always like some sort of marketing.
Yeah, it was. I read into it,
things.
and I did read some things, and it kind of sucks because it's money. It's money things. It's always going to be money in that situation, and I understand. It's a business. Like regardless of what we think, it's a business. You need to make your money, kind of thing, and you don't want to lose money on that as well. Right. But overall, this movie was great. The gory, the action, the feelings, the passion behind the actors. Hugh Jackman's last performance, like I know for a fact he
really gave it his all.
He didn't want to be Wolverine anymore, but he gave every fan like, let me give you this last Logan in my in me, and it was amazing.
Yeah,
it was great. And even the supporting cast besides the villains was really good. The little girl, like she was passionate. I feel like as she grows up, she's going to be a great actor. I feel like she's going to have that passion. Charles Xavier, Patrick Stewart always gives you the best performance. It was just sad seeing him the way it was. But overall, I recommend this movie. What about you, man?
I do recommend it too. I know we're going to give her a grade a little bit later, but I think everyone who is a fan of X-Men should go see this movie.
Yeah, I agree, man.
The only thing that's real.
So for this specific Logan film, which I'm not going to include any of the old ones, just because I really don't care for them, this was the best one in my opinion of the trilogy.
Definitely.
It gave you the best out of every actor. It gave you the best out of the story. I'm going to give this a 9 out of 10. It was very close to a 10, but because it was lacking the villain, it was lacking a more memorable character, it kind of sucked for me. And to be honest, there was parts that I was like, why is he in this? Why is that in this? There was a very predictable part of the movie in the middle that was a little bit like, oh, that's gonna happen, and that sucks. Like, it really sucks when a movie gets predictable. But then again, Hugh Jackman, Patrick Stewart, like they gave you such a great performance in their side of the characters and the story itself. Like, regardless of if I knew what the ending was, it still hurt. Like, it still hurt me, and I think that was why I'm gonna give this a 9 out of 10.
I'm gonna go a little bit lower than you. When I first saw it late night on Friday. I went to downtown, and it felt a little long for me, especially in the middle part, and it did feel predictable. But thinking about it now over the weekend and analyzing things, and just it is an 8 out of 10 for me. The ending is heartbreaking, so just be prepared.
Yeah, so if you are a fan, like you said, be prepared for that. But go watch it.
Yes.
Go watch it. Get a ticket right now. Go pay for it. Doesn't matter full price. Just go watch it.
$16.
$16, $20. Watch this on IMAX. It's not an IMAX movie, but it's a great movie to go watch just because it's gonna get. It's kind of like X-Men: Days of Future Past. It erases the old ones and it gives you this perfect ending to that, and I recommend that. All right, guys, in the comments down below, let us know which one's your favorite Wolverine of the 3. Have you seen Logan? What do you guys give it a score? Are you gonna go watch it this weekend?
What's your favorite of the 3, right?
Yeah, exactly. What's your favorite of the 3? Of course,
for us, it was this one.
It was Logan. So, you know what, guys? In the comments, let us know that.
Don't forget to catch us on Thursday. We're going to be preparing for King Kong, which is Skull Island.
Skull Island.
We're going to be doing the King Kong 2005 version.
Yeah, so hopefully you guys could join us for that silverback gorilla in that movie, not Kong. All right, guys. Also, in the bottom, we do have our social media. We have our Twitter, Facebook, Tumblr, and we do a lot of Instagram, so you guys can catch us there for our latest news. If you guys like the video, hit that like button down in the bottom, and also don't forget to share it with other fans of the movies. And guys, if you guys want to watch more reviews, don't forget to subscribe for more awesome ones. Have a good one.